We're live now, bro.
What's going on, boxing fans? It's your man Big Will for Big Faces Worldwide. That's Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. I'm here with the Boxing Block Center, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Manny Pacquiao versus Adrien Broner. The fight has been announced. What you think about that, Boxing Block?
I think it's a great fight. Manny Pacquiao, no doubt, is a legend in the sport of boxing, and I think is a future Hall of Famer as well. But I think this fight is just like a show, in my opinion. What do you think?
Um, it's looking that way, man. Both of the guys were doing a lot of laughing and smiling. Seems like Adrien Broner, like he's just, he's really happy to be able to get that paycheck that everybody knows comes along with the Manny Pacquiao fight, man. But I believe he knows that this is a big opportunity, a huge opportunity, man, for him to resurrect his career, man, and be a marquee fighter, man, if he's able to salvage his career and in an upset victory. What do you think his
Well,
chances are?
I don't know if there will be an upset victory because Adrian Broner right now is in a very bad shape, I guess. He's out of shape, right?
You think?
Yeah, well, you look at his stomach, bro. Big as hell.
His stomach did look a little big, man. You know what I mean? I also know that, Adrian Broner, he is a funny built dude, man. So, what I mean? His shoulders is funny, what I mean? But his stomach was poking out a little bit. I ain't even gonna take that away from you, man. But if he trained like he's supposed to train down there with Kevin Cunningham, I believe that, we could be in for a big fight, man. A lot of people are underestimating Adrian Broner, and I'm not one of
Because
those dudes, man.
because he doesn't let his hands go.
You're
That's the
right.
problem.
You're
He let
right.
his hands go in the fight. And also, do you really think that Adrian Broner can beat Manny Pacquiao?
I absolutely think he could beat Manny Pacquiao if he come in, if he train, if he train right, which I know that he will for this fight. This is a legacy defining fight, man. He can go in there and beat a 40-year-old Pac-Man. Now, Manny Pacquiao in his prime, I would say Broner had no chance. But Manny Pacquiao has lost a step over recent years. We all know that, man. And Broner made a very good point in that press conference. He stated that Manny Pacquiao has been knocked out, and we all know Broner definitely has respectable power. It hasn't been shown that much as he moved up to the welterweight division, but even in his last fight, it was obvious that his power was there. Did you see Jesse Vargas' face, man? He tore Jesse Vargas' face up.
But Jesse Vargas is not Manny Pacquiao. That's a difference, bro.
Jesse Vargas went the distance with Manny Pacquiao, and he
Yeah,
had
but
some moments in that fight.
Manny Pacquiao is past his prime as well, so you have to look at that.
Right.
But I just think Manny Pacquiao may knock Adrian Broner out. But hey, we'll have to see on the fight night if Adrian Broner can get in shape and can be ready for this fight. I think Adrian Broner against Mayweather will be a very interesting fight.
Yeah, especially with the backstory, man. They fall in and out of love. It's like a love-hate relationship. The back and forth that goes on with them. One minute they're friends, next minute they're enemies. They talk about each other. Adrian Broner, out of all the young guys, the PBC guys, Adrian Broner has been the only one to publicly call out Floyd Mayweather, man. After his fight with Ashley Thea Payne, Adrian Broner, he he was serious, adamant about fighting Floyd Mayweather, man. I think that would make a good fight, man. If Broner is able to get past Pacquiao and Floyd ain't what he used to be, man. His legs ain't there. I seen that in the Conor McGregor fight. I don't know, man. That would be an interesting fight as well.
Well, I don't think Adrien Broner loved boxing like Floyd did. Floyd loved money, but also loved boxing, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. He you know, at this level, you got to eat, sleep, and shit
And,
boxing, man.
and I've never seen Floyd Mayweather I've never seen him out of shape. Like, it's
N-
hard to.
Never. You're right. You're
So,
right.
he's a dedicated athlete. So, Adrien Broner is the opposite, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, anything can happen. I like Broner. I just don't like his character sometimes. His behavior, like, a little bit too um rude for me. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes it's embarrassing. Some of the stuff that he do, man.
Bringing that into boxing and other stuff. I don't think people want to know that. People want to see you fight in a ring and be someone. Not talking about who and stuff like that. But hey,
I
uh,
agree.
Pacquiao during the press conference today was very humble. Man, he just hiding. He's hiding a rematch against Floyd Mayweather. He's hiding a rematch with him. So,
And that might be to his detriment to overlook this Adrian Broner.
and I think Manny Pacquiao signed with him and in hopes to get the Mayweather rematch. That's what I think. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think so. He said something. He also said something at the press conference. The press conference that intrigued me. He said that the fight with Floyd, when they were talking about it, he told Floyd that he's the one with the belt, and he wasn't going to let Floyd bully him. Now we all know that the WBO regular welterweight title is not really recognized by a lot of the boxing insiders, man, and but he really seems to think that that title is going to be a bargaining chip in negotiations, man. How you feel about that?
Well, I think Floyd Mayweather. I don't understand Floyd Mayweather. The one time he got caught
What's that? If you're speaking, I can't hear you, fam. You there? I can't hear you. And Broner's three losses, man. Broner got three losses. All of his three losses were against guys that were physical, that were against guys that were bigger than him, roughing them up, man. Sean Porter roughed him up. Marcus Madonna roughed him up, and also the loss against Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia beat him up. Also, he was aggressive. Broner was on the back foot a lot, man. I think Broner came into that fight scared of the legend of the power of Mikey Garcia, and it was very evident in that first round. It wasn't until about the eighth, ninth round when Broner started to actually start to throw his hands, man, start to throw some punches. So I don't think he would have that problem with Pacquiao, although I do think he'll take a couple rounds to fill him out. But he knows Pacquiao's smaller. He knows Pacquiao has been knocked out before, and long as he has that in his mind, I mean, he really believes that if he catch Manny Pacquiao with the right punch, Manny Pacquiao can go to sleep. And like he said in the press conference, he won't need no NyQuil. You still there, bro? He must have dropped off for a second, man. But this fight, man, when the two faced off, they couldn't even look at each other. Manny Pacquiao is a very humble guy, very laughable guy, lighthearted, and Broner's always entertaining. He must have been up there talking shit in his face, man. And Manny Pacquiao couldn't even take him serious. Just kept busting out laughing. And, his laughing caused Adrien Broner to laugh. And it just looked like a friendly little fake face off, man. It's always more interesting when the two guys got some real beef, man. And I don't see that real beef there, but I am sure that Adrien Broner during the build up to this fight, he will piss Manny Pacquiao off. He will say something that offends Manny Pacquiao. And I would think that, Manny Pacquiao will come into this fight with a chip on his shoulder, wanting to hurt Broner. Right now, he don't want to hurt him. He want to win, but he don't want to hurt. He's not too worried about hurting him because Broner has not crossed that line. But every fight, every press conference, no matter who it is, Adrien Broner always crosses the line and says something that offends the other fighter. And, he does something that, gets under the other fighter's skin. And I'm sure the fight with Manny Pacquiao will be no different. My
Yeah,
co-host. Oh, there you go.
I
What
think
happened, bro?
I think my internet went. I told you you went off again like before the other day. You know,
I was
remember?
off?
Yeah, CMD. You forgot during the during the during the Jerry Miller and Dino fight.
Yeah, don't you know I was talking. I thought you fell asleep being that it was so late over there, and I was running my mouth for about 45 minutes. And I did not realize that I was not connected until I went back and tried to re-listen. I didn't never even knew CMD even joined us. I thought he went to sleep because at the beginning he wasn't there. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Dang.
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So you mean I just fell off for a couple minutes? I'm running my mouth and fell off?
I just thought maybe you had something doing like we just you got disconnected.
Nah, man.
You left the shot during the time. I was like, CMD was like, "Where's this guy? What happened?"
Yeah,
Uh, it's crazy. The face-off was nice in a way, and Broner as usual always getting. I think Broner will always get a huge payday anyway. So I think he's a gaudy character, and he talks a lot of shit, and also he's like a boxing celebrity in a way,
right,
or like
right.
something like that.
Yeah, he's like a big name. You know what I mean? He talks a lot of people
Roosevelt,
outside the sport know his name. You know what I
yeah,
mean? He
Rose,
doesn't necessarily produce in the ring like the name that he has, but people know him. People want to see him. People want to see him get his ass whooped, just like they used to want to see Floyd get his ass whooped. And that's the reason why Manny Pacquiao is willing to fight him because he know people are going to tune in just because of Broner's a big name, man. No matter what people say, Broner's a big name. And you gotta respect Broner. Broner can fight. Like he does a lot of stupid things, but he can fight. He doesn't let his hands go enough to win the fight. But he's been down there with Kevin Cunningham, and we seen a different Broner in the Vargas fight. I do believe he let his hands go a lot more in that fight than he has in the past. That was his first camp with Cunningham, so maybe, just maybe, Kevin Cunningham is able to bring something extra out of Adrien Broner in this fight. And he's going to have to beat a guy like Manny Pacquiao, who is so busy. We all know Manny Pacquiao throws a lot of punches. And, to keep up with that output, Broner's going to have to throw punches. If he sits around like he normally does and waits around, Manny Pacquiao will pick him apart, man. He's just too fast and he comes in on too many different angles. He will pick Broner apart.
what do you think about Manny Pacquiao and Jeff Hunt fight?
I thought that, first of all, I thought that Manny Pacquiao won that fight, but I can see I could see Jeff Horn getting a nod, man. He was in there. He gave Manny Pacquiao everything he wanted that night. He was able to go in there and be real physical with Manny, and Manny Pacquiao underestimated him. He was not expecting that kind of fight, and it was a dirty, rough, rugged fight. And Jeff Horn made it that way. And Jeff Horn, he could fight. I think the fight with him and Terrence Crawford, I think it was it was more of a mind lapse than anything, man. I think he was mentally broken than anything. It looked like he just didn't, he just didn't want it as bad as he wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight. He was already supposed to lose, and I don't think he wanted it as much. And I think he just broke down mentally.
Yeah, I have to agree as well. And some people say that the stoppage wasn't legit, something like that. Yeah, but
Yeah,
after Terence Crawford he was even gonna win that fight away, either on points or on stoppage.
yeah,
But luckily he got a stoppage, which is nice. And now we want to see Jeff on. I would love to see Jeff on against Broner. I think
ooh,
it would be a very good fight.
yeah. I think Jeff Horn might be a little bit too physical. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know if I was cut off or what, but in Broner's three losses, man, it was all to physical fighters, fighters who were, roughing them up, who were stalking them, who were pressing them. Man, Madonna roughed them up, bigger than them, bruised them up. Sean Porter, we know how he fights. He busted them up, bruised them up. Mikey Garcia beat him up, and he pressed them the whole night, man. But you never seen nobody really outbox Broner. I've never seen it. Broner can box. If you stand in the middle of the ring and just box Broner without getting physical with him, I think that's going to be a very good matchup. That's why I'm real interested to see this fight with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I'm interested if Manny Pacquiao will box or fight. Manny Pacquiao is kind of a hold now, so he's gonna have to box, I guess.
Right, right.
People are picking Manny Pacquiao to
We all know Broner's chin, man. Broner's chin. He's been hit with solid punches. He has been dropped uh, by Maidana, but he has come off the canvas and he fought real hard that night. And he showed the boxing people that he does have heart. And one thing I always say about being an elite fighter, and you have to be able to overcome adversity. And although I don't think Broner's an elite fighter, we have seen him overcome adversity even in defeat against Marcos Madonna, being hurt early, being down early. But the way he finished that fight, it tells you that he does have the metal that it takes to overcome adversity, man. You there, brother? You there, brother? Think your internet's messing up again, bro. But I'm here, man. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. It's going to be in January at the MGM Grand. Um, the tickets go on sale this Saturday, I believe, November 24th. Um, Me and my brother, we were already talking about it, looking into it. And right now, the packages are fairly reasonable for the MGM Grand. So this is one that I would love to go to, and I'm 95% sure that I will go, man. It's going to be a big event. If the fight don't live up to the hype, it's definitely going to be a big event because of the two guys that are fighting. Adrien Broner is a well-known boxer. Manny Pacquiao is a living legend. We all know that. And these two guys getting in the ring, I believe it's going to be fireworks, man. You got the young, hungry 29-year-old going up against the old veteran, 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, and people want to know, will he be able to do the unthinkable and salvage his career, and become a recognizable figure in boxing again, man. We got to see. Um, I'm real hyped up about this, man. The press conference was hilarious, as Broner's always Always
Back, bro.
is.
Back.
Okay.
Fucked up internet, bro.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Sorry for the delay, So it was just internet. I was like, what happened? So I'm listening. Listening. You say something or what?
Yeah, I was just talking about, the how, this will be a big event, man. It's going to be a big event. I was saying that the tickets go on sale this Saturday, which will be November 24th. Um, uh, and it will be packed, man. I was looking online at the packages, and right now they're very reasonable, man. I'm trying to get to this fight. I'm like 95% sure that I will be there, man. I want to see this fight. I want to be in the atmosphere. I don't know if you ever been to the MGM Grand for a big fight, but it's it's something to see, man. It's something to see. And a fight of this magnitude, Vegas is going to be hot that weekend. I'm gonna tell you that.
That was nice, bro. Believe me. I can already feel the atmosphere.
Yeah, man. Yep.
I wish both of those guys well, and yeah, my prediction is Pacquiao win on point, but Adrien Broner, if he comes to fight, then it could be a draw. What about yes?
I think that for Broner to win, he would have to knock Pacquiao down a few times or knock him out. I just don't think that he'll be able to throw enough punches to win a decision against Manny Pacquiao, but I do believe that he has the power to hurt Pacquiao, especially a 40-year-old Pacquiao. So I'm going to go with Broner, man, for the upset. I'm going to go with Adrien Broner for the upset. Closer to the fight, I'll do I'll break down the fight and do a prediction over on my channel, Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. Go over and check me out, subscribe, and yeah, man, that's my thoughts on it.
You guys go subscribe to Big Faces Worldwide, and of course to CMD Boss Report as well. I guess the guy isn't around because I wrote him, and I think he's busy. Um, check out Big Faces Worldwide, and you will, I believe you'll love it.
Appreciate that, brother.
So, thanks, bro, for joining me, and as usual, I'm very grateful. Are you gonna be watching this weekend fight in Monaco
Yeah, man. I'm gonna watch all the fights. I'm not gonna miss them.
on days off? So we can do something about that.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Catch you, bro. The
All
weekend.
right, take it easy.
Cheers.